It's a beautiful day to save lives. If I've heard McDreamy say that once, I've heard him say it a million times. But just like McDreamy, I'm no real doctor. Yet, I can always lend a hand to help save lives. Everyone enjoys watching medical shows and imagining their lives as doctors, but when the reality of tuition, residency, and being a doctor sets in, we all realize that we can't be doctors and save lives. However, doctors aren't the only people that can save lives. What if I told you that in the next 6 minutes, I can tell you how you can save lives every day? For the next few minutes, I'm going to provide you with all the information you need to save lives. Accidental deaths are among the leading cause of death in infants to young adults. According to Life Science, a majority of worldwide accidental deaths occurred during drownings. A vast majority of these deaths could be prevented if proper training in CPR was taught. The American Heart Association, or better known as the AHA, created the history of CPR. It states that in 1740, the Paris Academy recommended mouth-to-mouth resuscitation for drowning victims. Then, later, in the 1900s, Dr. George Call reported the first successful use of chest compressions in human resuscitation. Finally, in 1960, CPR as we know it was developed and opened for public training. While administering CPR can seem a little bit frightening, conquering this skill can leave you feeling more empowered than you ever have. Safely administering CPR requires understanding its objective, obtaining correct certification, and practicing safe methods. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or better known and easier said as CPR, is a life-saving technique that can be used in cardiac and breathing emergencies. CPR is a quick action technique that can provide first responders with the vital window to save a life. If CPR is performed accurately and in a timely manner, it can double or even triple the life rate of a person. Understanding the objectives of CPR is a gateway that leads you into obtaining your correct certification so that you are able to appropriately administer CPR to your peers. All CPR training courses are modeled after the AHA guidelines. These guidelines are produced every year. Training courses can be completed both online and in person. The AHA also provides you with a blended course that has online and in person to better suit your needs. The starting age that AHA says that you are qualified to be a certified CPR person is 9. CPR classes in session can take about 3 to 4 hours. That means 3 to 4 hours takes you to save lives. That's not much time at all. Certification, once completed, will certify you for 2 years from the issue date. Obtaining your certification for CPR is a major step in closing the gap between the CPR informed and the CPR uninformed. However, the most crucial step to the process is practicing safe methods when interacting with humans. Depending on the age of the person and whether they're conscious or unconscious, there are a variety of safe methods that you should follow when deciding to administer CPR. I find that the American Red Cross Ready reference is the best key in reminding you of these safe habits. In order to save lives, I will demonstrate how to safely administer CPR. It's important to ensure that you're administering CPR on a flat surface. So here I have my flat surface. I also printed off the Ready reference pages so that I could show you. They have one for adult first aid CPR AED. The AED is like a shocking system, so I won't be doing that one today, but I just wanted to show you what that was. And then the second Ready reference is the pediatric first aid CPR and AED. So first, we're just going to go over the adult first aid. And so this is the adult. We're just going to show you the steps. So step 1, when beginning to administer CPR, you're going to check the patients for consciousness. Our patient today is going to be both unconscious and not breathing. If they're conscious, of course, you call 911, you get their permission, and you sit with them until 911 arrives. But today, our person is unconscious. So check for responsiveness. Tap the shoulder. Hey, are you okay? We get no response. We know we need to intervene. We've called 911. So our next step is to open the airway. You're going to make sure they're a flat surface, they're face up, not face down. You're going to check for breathing. When you check for breathing, make sure it's no more than 10 seconds. Quickly scan the area for severe bleeding, and now we have the first 5 steps of CPR. Okay, so now we're going to do our chest compressions. You're going to take your first hand, and then put your second one over and interlock them like this. And then you're going to do 30 chest compressions. When you do this, you're going to do 30 chest compressions, then 2 breaths. They recommend doing 2 inches deep and at a rate at least 100 to 100 compressions per minute. So let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You're going to pinch the nose, tilt back the head, and give one rescue back for about 1 second. Check for breathing. Then you're going to do it again. And you need to make sure between your compressions and your breath, if you need to readjust the head and tilt the head again, that you do that to make sure you're doing it again. So you're going to do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Again, you're going to pinch the nose, you're going to tilt the head back, you're going to blow. And when you're doing this, the point is to make sure that your person's chest is rising. So blow again. And our chest is rising. So you know if your chest is rising, you're giving them breath. But let's say what happens if your chest doesn't rise, which means there's something that's thing. So you're going to tilt their head back, check their mouth, and swipe out whatever's in there. You don't know what's in there, you can try to see it then. So you're going to keep doing that until 911 gets there. And you're not going to stop. After you got them called, they're on their way. The only reason you would stop if it's clearly visible there's no life left. Or if you're too tired, it's going to hurt yourself. So you would keep doing this, but for now, that's our example. And now, if you had a child, you wouldn't use your hands, you'd use 2 fingers, and instead of giving chest compressions first, you would start with giving breaths. And then once again, if you ever do this, you go to the pediatric ready guide, and that can show you how to do that. So now that I've taught you the objectives of CPR, the steps to becoming certified, and a demonstration, you should be prepared to begin your journey of saving lives. It's a very amazing feeling though that you could be a part of saving a life, whether it's a total stranger in your family or someone you know. You don't want to be in a situation where you could have saved a life, but instead we're helpless. Be a difference. Remember that every day is a beautiful day to save a life.